Enchebia amanyofo beko epueye atoye asret memufo se omonto omoso aba na mibiso edien ena omowo ema Akuafo mibisa Akuafo efise Ghana ha ye sika sam ho fapem ejina ekuayo mu wenti ena Akuafo TV kofa bae ye de fofo kra eba ya to ni din the hot seat eye dwumade bia ye ne wona omonimu de metra ministers MPs MCs DCs any empo aspiring MPs one ombejina say yento omoso aba ebehia na neomwo ema Akuafo ana a great sector no omo de atopo no so wo hot seat no so no me akosia asabia smeni megina wana mu na mebisa omo ensemo afa ho obesa obeso yasen a hwe number sia egu TV de so efre ni eni wo endi nkita ho the hot seat ebeye she the hot seat ebeye hot akonwa no so ebeye she and now I'm very excited. I will studio ha me ma good afternoon so we feed no at so the hot seat e we Akuafo TV o share now we be started na me excited. I'm excited because for the first time yenya oba amene no ba di nkita ho e wodumede so unim se ye sha se emema na abasa na nso ene no menya oba odimu pa we Ghana ye amanyosemu na wo come from sector to sector and edumedi a odi say enye se ordinary sector so to me core sector eya ututu sanka se mema ene e de omokoto ho na nso ne de na koto okoho nso a oye adwuma no ma no ese ni oyobi a me adman no from afar internet say me say this week there other say me de oba eba so na ye share ye call election challenges ben na e wo me fi so no wo politics mo ache then challenges na say oba no omo efesi e wo politics me be ko ne constituency recently omo okọ on oppose e wo ne constituency obesan ejinemu ama party bi na ye bi say ejuma ben nko na waye e wo constituency wana se ne peso so a ama no echo on oppose about 600 over 600 popular acclamation and man call on oppose ni nyene ni bedi ehun komo na ne sector and as a ministerial sector owo so no eno so no ene no edi nkomo ene mekire honorable Frida Pempe Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection osanso eyemrahebedwane and as a member of parliament for Tano North Abattoir and Peswaso ewo Ahafo region. Mama Frida mpacho ma wakwaba
yeah
me da so say o JP ne say ene ye ne wo medi ko ni so very tight schedule but o ma ye kwan say ene ye bra ye da se pa say wa JP ne say na we be say then motivate honorable Frida Pempe if you say ye ni say who Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection some time ago I think it's 2017 now who say Deputy Minister for Works and Housing 2017 again local organization for Afcon. Women Afcon women sports who na your chairman na member they say ni aka nyina egu hu a wo ye chairperson of that committee for the local committee no ebisa what motivates Madam Frida Pempe
you me da say na metie o frame say hot city there na just say discussion no be hot a lot of factors motivate me to do what I do because I'm paying you know na me hwe say baby a me gina no e be me opportunity to affect the lives of other people baby a me gina no e be me platform e betimi maka oni bie di ama no baby a me gina no e be me platform na metimi aye bibi di aboa obi soso na obi soso enya me so mfa so
right
and so if you're able to affect the lives of other people there's so much joy and fulfillment in it. Yeah, now we feel class of our brain and out to me the and that is what keeps me going. Because in pain, you know, and I'm all be out to be no usia or how usia tete that time be only the pay interact. Say your ministry has say. There be because gender ministry and your ministry a going to a to cry because there be a some fufro and a better one you. And then your defilement a rape. And your rape or human trafficking. And your human trafficking your early child marriage and a teenage pregnancy and child labor. It's issues are affecting ye money mebunu ni mrantie daily nyina no ye from. It is a say me beto to wanim na otimi tu ho anamon na otimi bua unua bia na amache se wanya botoyam especially gender based violence ma ye ko I atete ni wo yemu ewo ye family system no mu aware mu ni ade na de mabia dani punching bags na de mabia na se ba ko bia me hu ye papa ne de pickaxe ankasa pickaxe na no dade no e na de bobo ne biri nanim to say the sebi oye groundbreaking for a 6-unit classroom block. It is some of these issues, you know, my opportunity to discuss near she no man cry near to your hopeful. And then motivated.
Right. Obibeka say, Madam Frida Premper, not honorable Frida Premper. And the background is saying you will need to sikemu wetimi school because your show background at schools are hot draw. And I say, I don't know, so the mama and the papa so sebi. No mu ni bi na mo modrembo e na etime piano abesi baby awowe we nko background kakra te say we chiri te say eye
oh nyankopon dom meka say eye because adum bi na abedu sa te bia ya bedu whether say ye wo to slam mu ana say ye wo na silver spoon she waduma na ye wo to East Legon na airport we have survived. Sure. That's the most important thing. Ya na mpepi no ya na ka me pese mekọ achi akoka bebi a yafa abedu bebi a yadri but who share your stories so it serves as an some motivation and you inspire other young people because remember what Michelle Mudebi and the Bekacho man say once I have been able to do it you can also do it. Once Amma has done it Ekuya should be able to do it. Men ka say me dey manko school or university primary to me ye me dey manko school university practice school to me but I so show who cry say once obi atumi aye you can also do it. Me ya wo bi anto sika musa ya wo meet to a large family but na ma me ebo no homodin ma 5 remember 4 nurse midwife person tete ma of how bebre mu because those days no running maternity home. But you ton bibia bi ofie eton meko ton jene ton tomatoes eton fos eton weni nyina no o de hye yem kran say se otimi bo no homodin onko sred kran na se otimi bo no homodin o so ye midwife for no ye maternity home one kola no doso cuz at every point in time no na me papa no wo fa say me ma menua no ma ntite bia ye be 14 or 15 eti de no kan say eda ebenya akokọ no ye bewe eda ebenya ko obi susu ye bedi na niam kakra ye tonto no so mfaso no ye betimi dia ye aduane eti obo no homoden ahwe ye nyina school betimi aka say say busua no kra no me na me die so wom ye wo lawyers wom ye wo doctors wom ye economists eti nyame adom odi ya nyina bedu but my background ye be checked. Because na oledi rane maternity home sunyane enti etufi sunyane no wade maternity home ni be hotel enti we used to call her Commander Hill because that mama na ni edin fa ya na nkrofo ka se mesem mama say ni de dem afa bukota because boba be ma na ni edin fa no yo hima odua nkwanta konche hima enti nyina akọ secondary school but the odi shey mu a em say those times na yentiase but me na mahu se eye bibi o in Bible inasa aboa ye nyina obi o level a obaka ko serve national service ama no 1 year
ama ono
1 year e wo hotel ho oni ne be ye adwuma 1 year enti no ye wi ase na ye mate nyina ye 1 year ahead of us because we say aban kra went to your school fees at na free senior high school no aban kra ko serve no na me ametiti mi worry mu hotel ya so na aboa me na me dia hwe mu enti no also be kwa ye adwuma 1 year but we felt say it was a punishment at the time but ye ne hu say na nya punishment but no the bibi na ehye mu na me nua no nyina so ko boarding school St. Louis Premper College Sunyane Secondary ni ade me nkwa na mko day school And what she said at the time was, "When you are in a boarding school, there was so called the school. I'm not in a fee." It says a million monkey to an yes, I'm a mother to them. And never a doctor, but a economist, almost so anyhow. But me also na me level no. I because 7 national service no. O ma me in the year juma for 10 years.
10 years.
10 solid years. Oh, hotel. It me realize it and I say me made a year 6 form, a year university. You know, and at some point, you know, as I said me to us. But to cut a long story short, you know, even though I lost 10 years, I've never regretted because it built me up at the time.
Sure.
And from there, no, and I'm doing yeah, I'm become a background. So I've been a former prison officer in uniform, and they don't tell you. But I got enlisted into the Ghana Prison Service in 1991. Because at that time, no, now I do Accra, now I pay Jumaye. And see, me made to be a better or baby, and I'm a receptionist. What impulse in Dr. Ajanku, who had just passed out. Also, I real prison service training a more fan for that Saturday to open baby arrest. And I asked her whether I could also join. Also, on the Friday, they knew some what you brought. It's prisons the over there, but I felt I had to do something. So I got to the prison.
So after the 10 years, no. Then you file form so person can join the prison service.
Oh yes, inti me ko enlistment. And because of my height, inti me do okra no me omo check me height o so dey change what height no dada. Omo check me certificate, your choir exam. Because of my background, you know, I excelled. And they were asking, I know be pending with prisons, you know, now I'm 6 form. So maybe a 6 level, but 10 years old, you know. And I spent 4 months in training. We passed out. Man, Krobia, into a Biasa Messabi. Yeah, passing out, and call for Obama minimum urban buses and near the Mobia man passing out. Because I'm impressed with Biaba some more prisons. Because my mother never liked it, semi-co prisons. But I told her one day, say, we cannot, you need to be in your comfort zone. Somebody has to contribute her quota to the safekeeping of prisoners. This is making me contribute to, and I've never regretted joining the prison service. It's
ma'am, at what time did you decide, say, maybe I want to venture into politics?
You know what? Maybe I was prison service 91. They posted me called James Ford Female Prisons. Now my bar headquarters. It's in bar headquarters, and that was the time I decided to do my A-levels. So I actually did my A-levels on my own. My school, I sat in my room. Now me had 2 subjects. Then the following year I did 2 subjects. It's me now me pass while serving as a prison officer no. And I'm called Ghana Institute of Journalism. It means me a journalist DBO.
Oh wow.
Because GIJ Institute of Journalism. So that time I said no more toddlers. I'm talking about 1994. It's me no. I was still serving as a prison officer. And I'm called Gempa, Ekoye CPA. Then I started my marketing course with Chartered Institute of Marketing UK. Year level 1, level 2. Then I chartered as a marketer. And you realize, the 10 years break, you know, I tried to make it up. It's been about 10 years. And you know what? Me what prisons, you know. Something dawned on me, say, me boy in man. You know, that time now went to me 91, 92, you know. What to be in your politics? I was security services.
This is right.
So what I did was to tap into the women. Police for you know, water for you know, fire service for you, immigration for you, SEPS for you. The whole of Burma camp. We remember my call form, Cantonments Women's Association, Prison Officers Wives Association, Burma Camp Associations. And I had those associations, and now weekend Biano. I tried to find time to meet with them. But that time I didn't even know what I was doing. But I just felt I was so you know, I did that until 2002. Omobeya District Assembly elections. I went around my associations just to encourage them. In money be so being contested for the assembly elections. But wherever I went, you know, me call cantonments association, me call women's association, me call laboni, me call maybe I make be a master. I don't know why I won't contest it. And it was just about 2-3 days to the end of the filing of nominations before I could say Jack no more copy form na mami. And that was how I got enlisted. You know, I got myself into assembly issues. It's because for a form no, I have a need bar media assembly. I was la typical la crying assassin. So. To 2002, I had to resign from the prison service because me to be yet two at the same time. So I resigned and decided to pursue that political career from that point. Now there no assemblyman at the time in Craney. I contested with him plus 3 others or so. But by dint of hard work, you know, for the first time I have Uniba a wala. Wow. At that time, now. Electoral no supply no much because the whole of Burma camp na 27 police stations and sana Ufri Sankara F4 Flagstaff House 437 Kosi Tetakwashi that's right side in India coming one sana the whole of Trade Fair and sana parts of Laboni and Cantonment it was very big. But that time 2002 no I won with the highest number of votes in Greater Accra. I wonder me who said God has something for my life because for me to come out the first time, number timia when we so you know, and me when and we call AME representing Lako electoral area. Number committees or assembly hall. Or be a so your bunch so contested for women and children. A be for social services, a be for way. But I decided to go for development planning subcommittee of the assembly. But I was told to say, I remember Juma because the whole Accra metropolis needs to now so in terms of development. And to that, I mean, Jama and Nunko. But I didn't know I would one day end up at the gender ministry. But at that time, I stood my ground. So I want to take up that challenging role. So I contested. So I contested with 3 other men, and I won. As the chairperson for development planning subcommittee of AME in Accra. By date
from a half.
Number Jumadia, me secretariat here in Yeah, now committee chairpersons every 2 years you have to seek for re-election. After 2 years, now I sought for re-election, I saw one. And I'm a Samba Assembly the second term. That time I decided to go for Women and Children Subcommittee. And Yamiado, my man almost offer Kata, so many member contesting, you know. Omohwe adwumadi a madi wa assembly ni mode bo amabo no obi a drop say me call the post until that's how I became the chairperson for Women and Children Subcommittee of AME. And I didn't even know one day I'll end up here
in the ministry.
That time I'm sister Asma na minister wa ha. I still remember these chairs. Maybe yeah ba ha no more domestic violence bill no. It was part of the process. Yes, I started affirmative action, so I was also part of the process. I could say, and I did my be doing. To be because assembly, 2002 to 2006, that was the time I went back to the university to do my first degree. And I'm woman, so I acquired my masters, my masters. I am yadum. And then I fell a gap now. Maybe my first degree, maybe my masters, my charter in marketing. And Yankopon adom all things be equal say everybody you promote na bibia koya very soon so no maybe me PhD
right
I'm almost done
but I'll be holding one of my be short commercial break ya be constituency e dey adwuma na mama aye wo ho nti a constituency na say delegate say ye fa ne call no post me obi an contest na or call on no post ugusua share the hot seat Akuafotvgh and na ye ne honorable Frida Prempe ono deputy minister for gender, children and social protection or sanso ye MP for Tano North constituency Ahafo region ono ene na ye nya no the hot seat so a ye no etwetwe nkomo ye should abra mu nsem ye ba ye de ne beko constituency or no post into ono na say ginemu ama MPP say parliamentary candidate come December 2020 e dey dwumade pa na mama Frida aye wo ho ntia e o ma ne call ono post ye wi nso a ye besan ahye ne gender ministry no affirmative action bill na waka no akosi sen gender ministry house no dwumadie be mpa no mo de so mani so a eye MPP a eye aban so no omatimi aye ye ko quick break ye ba ye beto aso.
The Hot Seat.
Body na shasinyi ekwayo Akuafotvgh e won the palma mo.
It's the coldest on it.
Wait there, BC da, BC do. Oh yes, wait there, BC da. Other for and penny say, for a strobo yonkwa, ukatokre and castle. And Nuntina Akuafotvgh yabe yonko palma Akuafonina. Piayo, Juma Edi, and the case require say, Onobaya ababibre, na unya to four, na nunti essay, Nempo, the uchini part of four, a boa betonono, and yet dear swenny. Now him say, Onobaya buso, na essay, and uncle Binswania bread the dendi pebiata, owning baby biwo. Na Sani Pano and Akuafotvgh, Yako Cheno at the number of Bobuano pair. Wabatone a boa wakuma abeto yam. Into the penny, I would be a never be the set. Tomatoes, Nyadua, Mako, Bayre, body, and infudia Kenyana. And as I also win them, where to say, Prako, Aponche, Adanko, or your pottery farmer, one coco, and Nicosia, and now yeah, boy be a car, and what ready. If it's Akuafotvgh, I can train out of 4 abroad. And Tibabi, our man will be an the Hiana say, Oberfred, now what betrothed, not what's it with Raquine, and near my war, Akuafotvgh, at Tibet, Dinaso, the pay out of 4 abroad. And if Rahume so now. ye beje wo fel so wonso a wo pe bi ato akoton ana se wo to no wa yisu oso betimi afre ahomai so ana ba hwe Akuafotvgh akira kwan e wo Accra Mataheko ye be police quarters no na ye ne wo adi nkomo Akuafotvgh sell the produce we dey big see you be farmer you get your produce or you be buyer when you want buy some Akuafotvgh sell the produce the first of its kind so join the train and now we dey busy da do we dey busy da busy do we dey busy da busy do we dey busy da busy do we dey busy da
Body na shasinyi ekwayo Akuafotvgh e won the palma mo.
The Hot Seat.
Ogusa share the Hot Seat ewe Akuafotvgh ene ye the Honorable Frida Prempeh na ye no yenya na ye no twetwe enkomo or Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection or Sanso MP, Major Member of Parliament for Tano North, Abattoir and Petwaso ewo Ahafo region. Na nansia MPP for ekoyo omo koto aba koyi omo parliamentary candidate no ono de oni obi ampere ho delegate wo say there bi memo bi engina mo fa ono a ensan koto ko on oppose about 600 delegates yeah popular acclamation omo de man say ono a ensan engina mu ema MPP ewo Tano North constituency na ebisa say dwumadie be na maame edi wosa constituency wa ema MPP fo na ni agye ho anti ompese omode ono a ekom wasanso akase se wo hwe half region wa socio economic development a abanwe edi akoho no esese timamufu e wo sa constituency no so eda aban na se no mo sai envotima omo biem no mo sambra na ye bisa se den project ahodro be na akoho senti a Mami Frida Prempeh ekasa honorable tese den tine momo acclaim you say wo na kogina momo memo obi engina
we went through a lot of processes and to know the kodru ye ne say meko on opposed no adwumade a metumi aye wo constituency nyina na nyame nko ama ho de collective efforts because we need to constituency executives, polling station executives, polling station coordinators, MPP sympathizers, young people are the me and ye won fair ye and so am so eboa me because me ti hey the structures must work unkwa untimi nkoye police station agent unkoye police station executive unkwa untimi ngedi nyina I have so delegate authority and responsibility nti I believe in collective efforts eno na ama me dia bedru pempe so ama bedru and secondly no adwuma bebre a metumi aye no metumi aka say 90% ejina MPP aban so if you say na nado dan Akuafotvgh ni vision for my Ghana no eno na bia so tano north mensin so me ka na me sha see free roads mama panyi e ma yeti asese 2020 a year of roads or be rolling roads pa cake no so no obi a wo parliament bi e pe bi atwa nti say what na hoda do social demri fam say mama panyi akentima na wo fall from heaven dia na wodi abro nti say otu ho anamo enda kura me bai makọ ministry of roads makọ health makọ energy makọ material store whatever makọ feeder roads asa na mdia bedru officer utem bia na so otu anamon edi achi nti mi roads bebre ho anyakopon adom ene for the first time in our history obata no north mensin mu a obehu se ye teche adroba subi su kwan na ye fa grade accuracy so da enti na no amekohwe ye no teche ne adroba afọ kwa dem si se road ye fa nto Frida International Road Akuafotvgh International Road omkom hu de omonye omo enti nyame adom ye teche adroba ekwan a ye de befa bisi so me no ka say ye bafu krom man kran to bisi so kwan me no ka say ye dua nkwanta bredi ekwan ye buokukuwa so kwan omu drainage system na nya adwuma na erosion na say kro ni nyina no me wo works and house me lobby me de ama contractor me hoso so ye drainage na ama omo oba yamfo town road so ye de ama contractor awa ba behwe baby a ne ma no kra betena akasa ode ne trucks no beba na nyame ya adoma me gidi se by next week no ahye ne dwumadie so ase ye sanso ye yamfo boma kwan ena sese me no ka sese so ye tepa boma so kwan ena ndem free roads ministry bay akadua nkwanta boma kwan no so krata so da minister table so ena dua nkwa boma adwena se atonsu kwan nti so hwe roads na church adroba subiso bafukrum mankran subiso dua nkwanta bredi buokukuwa yamfo town roads yamfo boma dua nkwanta boma adwena se atonsu enye roads ketwa apart from that no ye wo feeder roads bi wo constituency we say me I come from Kokwase constituency any urban roads p enti roads bi wo it me reshaping ema wo ma ene wo ka say every year bia no ye this year so ma ye ya ye subompan kwasoja kwan ya ye tano krom djuma kwai ya ye boma onwe ya ye boma nkwantabisa ya ye boma nkrakan ya ye dua nkwanta camp so se de aka ye tano so adengo enti se ka roads infrastructure me constituency de nyakopon adom wa hye ne ho anu nyama fana na do dan kwa Akuafotvgh so enu achi no ye beka education so betu ho na mon bebre alobi ama me no ka sei me ma pensu ye tumi asi school dan ba ko dumi no 12 schools we were 5 senior high schools for my constituency all the 5 senior high schools so ye mu adwuma o hwe se wa kese a ma ye 2 toilet facilities wo ho de ama wo mu o hwe bo achitro mu senior high school a ye kitchen a modern kitchen dining hall our site we use as an assembly hall e de ama wo mu o hwe Boma senior high school so a also my support to with men be 200 bucks on the year on project my say toilet facilities so am my mechanized borehole so am oba yamfo Anglican senior high school a nso ya 12 unit classroom block e dia mom ya komom nkonya be 600 so wa kese so ya komom bank bet ni adi nyina ya under education get fund adaruma na akọ yamfo vocational so a ye rema mativet no ebiaso ye so ma ye new administration block ye hostels ye dining hall ni ade classrooms nyina e de ama wo ma se contractor na du lentil kra kase obebo so na akọ senior high school so a na ka community day school na merema lobia ma ne government absorb and so eguso ye infrastructure kama wo ho e de ama omo 12 schools are making ye 12 unit classroom block or Yanfo senior high school. A kindergarten or Tanano, a kindergarten or Susanso. A 6 unit classroom block Roman school or Boma. A 6 unit classroom for Methodist school so Boma. A 3 unit classroom block for Nkrakai and so Boma Potemwa. Another 3 unit classroom block was school and so I drove by zone. Another 6 unit classroom block. I want man cry so another I drove by zone. In terms of education, so no.
That's all now what boy tomorrow.
Affecting the lives of young people. Now, we share in social idea who here pa. It is so me fact to who say me say me community biano. Me say me tunsu de ma ho odin betumi. Eti me na me so apampan na me bodonko business me hiansuo because adwuma die we nyina no because of no common fund ye kro be take me 10 years na me tumi nye. Sure. Eti oso kolobi na kose adofo na bi di makodu PRC, ebi di makodu Stanbic Bank, ebi di makodu Commercial Bank, ebi di makodu Jesus Latter Day Saints. So mu nyina abeso masne. Ame aye boreholes baako 60. Yaye bi osubompan, yaye bi okwasweja, yaye bi otano krom, yaye bi oboma afie, boma poultry, boma bonkofi, ebi wasu kese, maye bi wo nkwanta bisa, maye bi wo dede eboa ewodua nkwanta, maye bi wo abuo mu odua nkwanta, maye bi attachment yakwan so wodua nkwanta, maye bi wo campus kra ye tumienu ene wo ho, yaye bi osuso aho, yaye bi wo koforidua, yaye bi wo twenwa aho, yaye bi wo afrisipa, yaye bi wo tano so se ye tu baako miensa. To be tano ejana tano sufie ye to be osuso anso ye to be 5 wo yamfo ye to be kra yamfo my himfie yamfo kra na sinyina ma to be initially be set me ho agenda say pese me 2 boreholes baako 50 me do 40 no na mo say metimi akọ beyond na me say nem de be ko 60 say 60 no me do 60 into my imagine say this time around me make sure say be do 100 boreholes in the constituency.
But you should health.
Okay, matter. So Maka roads, Maka education, Maka water.
This all by health.
By health. Health, no, my chips compounds bako and 9. Since you have no case, I shall bako crass wo, adengo, a yebi wo ruby, a yebi wo jachi. Then I chips compound, so me attach maternity block. And I'm here 2-bedroom apartment to be my nurses such as to be at them because they're villages. It is a one year baby to entice them or motivate them or mobile or it's a healthy idea who hear me pa. And now me year chips compounds in the year no. Baby to say Subon Pine say because donate hospital equipment at the time worth about 30,000 Ghana cedis at the Mao. Now I'm donating hospital equipment. Worth about 30,000 suma boma first that boma health center na be boma polyclinic na say upgrade it to a hospital enti eno so you could donate e bi edema wo recently no so me donate hospital equipment worth about 500,000 Ghana cedis Rebecca Foundation and Daroma because we chairman Becky so we dey come my health for so we distribute to 12 agencies under the directorate no so you dey come wo we am Kwanta hospital so or how could donate hospital beds in the Momo. Enti bebia ma ho odin beso bia baby kroki to be okra na akoye health post kakra e de amo dia so masne be clinics I want me constituency ma donate motorbikes e de amo to facilitate omo adwuma omo eye. In terms of health delivery minja obia wo me constituency na no cry chido be for health nature na mesako security services I want me constituency. Your police service for your prison service, your fire service for fire service for no na me who so many fire hydrants. And just say jato baby, I just say kubunsuo. E wo beche. Enti me no mo ka say ya first phase we are being fire hydrant so e de ama wo mo. Na masako donate almost so officers ma komo mu boots baako 50. Police service there because donate motorbikes mienu e de ma wo mo. Esa ma officers so 100 pairs of boots. Esa mo computers ni photocopiers ni ade omo charge office kra bia na msako tile ho ya ade nya o kama ma omo prison so me two hole ho ni bia mo omo akomo mo tricycle omo de ya adwuma akomo officers no so 100 pairs of boots na makoma inmates no so 100 pairs of sandals and we chi no mo toilet facility den nya kra no mo da so use tete de na e fere hwi to mu no nyakopo adom yetimi aye so 20 seater so e di amomo na wo se bi so be sport pa it is a cut the first astroturf ida hafo ma ye bi odua nkwanta Intiliminya sports so e wo bukra
na so na bo opponent ye NDC aspiring candidate no ori apayo so because o waduma ye pa
look I mean things will be clear contest you
obi patron obi contest
obi nyante betete say ebi mo ene nam ba bia no person be contest ene ko bi da be so no obi fra money no abane ne ba no wa hwe ohuye enti me de menya because me de ba fatum say every polling station in my constituency be yem adwuma okodwina se a omo wo maternity block bia na ka tete apansampa makori innovate aye ne kama de amomo ena meja baako wo mefa social centers my de backgrounds baako 6 eno so my badwe se my agenda 10 de backgrounds my baako awie kese pa wodua nkwanta ye baako wo susu anso ye baako wo susu anho ye baako wo tertiary ye baako wo yamfo ye be bi so wo bomafie ena esukese so aya peki e de aka ho enti no ye try say babia ye nsabe so de oso de odi borehole de odi kanea. Electricity say almost every community in my constituency has been connected to the national grid. And then number 20 no. Bafukrom enya kanea, Mankra ho enya kanea, school mo enya kanea, coach enya kanea, Subrisu enya kanea, BC enya kanea, Crowfrom enya kanea, ni nyina wo Madro bar zone. Oba Boma zone so a ene ya so Kwasweja kanea, ya so Apeska kanea. Ya so onwe kanea so nkwantabisa ya so nso apem akadwuma kwai ene mamponti a enso so no nyame ya aduma ebia by the end of the year no ebetumi aso ede amomo
mama en somewhere aye niam a waye e constituency we be ka say wo kan ne waye de but challenges bi ani ho ma me dey sisu about women in politics wakoye obey enima wo kan there's obi so be maybe ono so ne constituency say na o pre ekwe so no so pre ko but most munya ne to sa na say challenges bi wo ho as a woman
challenges ne dey nya ne da bia even at the workplace officer utim kran for the simple reasons how you oba no ya na pepi do bia pese you push you to the background but and also so na challenging me to do more because I don't want to accept the fact say me oba into me yet and I say your bent in the sense of autonomy. Bibia maye no any anamo ametu or constituency no man too because me your bar. But too because there be competence and me capabilities, my abilities in the ma be do baby of me. So ka so your bent no ye fa dwumade we nsha won na wo ba no kra wo ye bu ho abomfia. Because enya wo ba na wo ye nti and the sense this dwumade ni but your capability, your competence, your strength. I bet me amana abe onipa na wo ni omo enam no ene na so say ehwe yeto aba ema eti I believe say adwumade na maye o constituency no aso ani na de amana nya value more no akwati say wo ye oba but oba ni ndikan ma ye ka say oba akra no atimi aye adwumade enti se nya say abo oba so dada ansa na ye di we ye tar
ye hwa affirmative action bill no say ewo hin
affirmative action bill is a parliament yemra no say the city no so when the bill call parliament now went to me some number parliament all the time we to me and pass it bill no to act to an actor now say parliament ye dissolve say about the next parliament I just say start process no all of won't be met to us and we think that affirmative action no ye buy necessary start process until I come back and forth amendment with the way shame now to way film disability or more DSS or this shame they also if you go through stakeholder consultations back and forth from Attorney General's department to the ministry correction as our cabinet subcommittee say pempes we draw no they can say you hwe animu e parliament the back parliament so as speaker very fair the appropriate committee na chese mu ye mu pensem mu wi na ye debate on the floor na ye amendments clause by clause na ye tumi pass enti no be catch it here for nyina say omo hwe animu.
Mama, now pushy. If you say it was one of the promise of the president, so affirmative action bill no be push ya my.
Do it. You some country say affirmative action bill.
And as a government, no push ya my dey.
Who say affirmative action bill? Me dey chirache. Entinya fe na me be push. That you know say Nyakopon de me kwa ba ma abesi me na so ansa na samri. Ya pass. Enti no anamon bia e betu wo ho a e betumi apase ansana yato ababi gidi se betu sana mo bebi adru ne de kase bedu parliament akoba ke
for encourage a man to get involved in politics who experience so me tie chira me share some mo keka ebo mi hu. So I don't see myself doing politics. Honestly, I don't see myself doing politics. It's encourage a man that about baby say, Mama, person me be politics, person me say na why ye, person be politics, person be MP. Na meet me ministry, me person me politics. Be advice so baba, say uncle.
Why not? My advice in the power because I've always said the say. Baby Kwame betumi aye no oba betumi aye. And they are more pilots, they are more surgeons, they are more doctors. Enti bibia no say be oba into me who young people are omo pilots are young women I admire them so much. Enti the woman say politics no matter the level you start from. As for the name calling, the intimidation you better to you bebubo dim basa no we dey ya be part of our norm now even though say enye healthy
right.
But me said you know the mamia so frame me I have a toucher. Sandy be frame mom from a half a toucher. Margaret Thatcher was a strong person. It's all from a half a toucher. Media too. What from Yasantua could you mind? It's from Yasantua, media too. A bit to be for a while for a bad ending. Just with 2 of when you're dinding. But seeing you know, dear, we ain't no, but I know they do baby, Ocasa obedi, I want to be pursued, BBR. And remember, they also go through some of these things, but because of one canning to know. Yeah, na you who social challenges or move.
All right. You have short break. Ni about final part to your ministry. You share and your ministry. But answer me what's your take on the NDC running mate? You know, Professor Nana Jane Akuafotvgh. What's your take on it?
Why should I have a take on it?
Who is sense? So you obey, you say your bar to that highest level. As a running mate.
Enye ade ye wanwa na nya ade ye foforo. Se de ye hwe animu se benya oba president na be wanwa. Because ye hwe emma o magina as running mate to mema we ka ho etoso enkono. Yeah. Ana meboa. Sa. Nipa bebre afa running mate emma. Edu ba bi kra na na kra edu agima rolling so no kra na ope presidential slot no. NDC for kwaya amani break. Sata no mkobo fonka games no. Who de ade na nakura adwuma fe no your bar. Enti say NDC for ewo soft sport ma that is the time na was come show say oba susu betumi aye. Enti de metumi aka ne say me ma me Nana Jane Professor. Ya bebo na baso nya congratulate no. Say ya de offer no man no kra no 110 in down. No aka so me so me your bar so masom. But yeah, assessing based on the fact to say, or your bar, you be assessing based on her competence, the capabilities, the strength, what she's bringing to bear on a human idea in Sano. Well, your bar, then you see a debo, your host for him. As much as say you're advocating for more women at all levels, no. We did say affirmative action, and a people say, as much as say, stop gap to bridge the gender disparity gap, no. Adeti yema emana nkasa fight yankon yekon ni ntimi ene mema ni ntinyina na yese ye di affirmative action ba ye di affirmative action ba because the gender disparity gap between man and women is so wide. Right. And away so it's just a stop gap enye ade aye no forever. We have to bridge the gap somewhere. A lot of countries use affirmative action to get to where they are now. And in Rwanda, over 60% of parliament to South Africa. Yeah. Or Sierra Leone, any other African countries that they are doing. But Ghana is still, working at a very slow pace. And Bebo and TJ Nabaso say the offer no man no or G2. And when they Bebo na the aka which we did this and yes, me your bar, the emfa mamma your hosa for him that they made to me aye. ene de maye ene de bebo ye ho safo
ana avoye da so we gina so kakra ma ye ugu so e share the hot seat e wo Akuafo TV ye be ko break ne ye ba ye be share gender ministry wo say ye call lockdown no the ministry na what ya any gender ministry no omo bomo ho modern pa enduane na omo che na so be mu se duane no kra no enye balanced diet ni na ye ne mama be ka ho nsem na ye de wo asi anse be ko break no Mamenda Dolly's beauty parlor ewo mata heko near the police barracks omo ena ye miti eni manimu emame ena aristocrat boutique and also mata heko near the police barracks or Stepco Street no oho na omo so no mo hye me atade kama ya enne mene mama the first female ewo mi show yi so me de no aba mani agipa ye kwaji break ni ensambra
The hot seat.
Body na shasenyi ekwayo Akuafo TV won the palma more.
It's the coldest on it.
Wait there, BC da, BC do. Oh yes, wait there, BC da. Order for and penny say for asrobo nyonko a okatokre enkasro. Enu nti na Akuafo TV ya be nyonko pa ama Akuafo nyina. Piayo ayadwuma edi na de kaisire kra ne say onobaye aba bebre na unya atofo na enu nti eseye. Mempo se uchiri pa atofo a ebo a obeto no no anya de so ani. Na onim say onobaye abu so na eseye no obi so ani abrede dendin pe bi ato a onim ba bi ebi wo. Na sai nipa no na Akuafo TV ye kotwe no ede namba wabobo ano pe. Beto ne eboa wakoma ebeto yem nti no akuani awudi anyama bi de se tomatoes nyadoa mako bayre bode ani mfudi aka nyina anase wonso wonya emu bi te se preko aponche adanko oye poultry farmer wo nkokọ ani kosua ana wonya abo bi aka ani wato adi ebise Akuafo TV ekotwe atofo abrawo nti ba bi a wo ewo mamu bia no de hia ne se obefre na wabetro di na watire akwan ani enema wo na Akuafo TV etibe agina so de apɛ atofo abrawo nti fra ahoma yi so na ye beje wo fel so wonso a wo pe bi ato akoton ana se woto no wayi so ozo betimi afre ahoma yi so ana ba hwe Akuafo TV akira kwan ewo Accra mata heko ye be police quarters no na ye ne wo adi komo Akuafo TV sell the produce where the BC you be farmer you get your produce or you be buyer when you want buy some Akuafo TV sell the produce the first of its kind so join the train and now where the BC do where the BC do where the BC do where the BC do where the
Body na shasenyi ekwayo Akuafo TV won the palma more.
The hot seat.
Mema wakwa ababie mu ensambra the hot seat. Me na se waje brene ne Sunday wotimi ahye the hot seat amaya ene I'm very excited because my first female guest and amenya no wo show yesu na menya obi a se Honorable Frida Akosia Prempe maami atese odi akoto wo kan amanyo sem wo omaimu a wo de ne baabi ade ne betu bia no obetimi aye adwuma no ama meni agipa se ne mechia na mene no edi eye enkita ho na ye call eye gender ministry ye share den na gender ministry ho abuse no ekusua ekosoro wo hwe teenage pregnancy ekusua ekosoro ma ye de omo kwa ware mu ntem especially okọ eye esoro one ekusua ekoso edie na ministry no eye ede afan minja rape any defilement issues a ekoso ewo man mu tie ne mama ebedi nkomo afa ho ma ye ma gender ministry ha na before that me mama ba so lockdown me who say na mo papa me say o voice kwara me say mama voice na ekọ na je say mu ye adwuma na so ka na fo bebre say emdede na mo che kwara na nya balance meal obi wo say na mo na so ebi so duane ba akwano na mo che the whole week na say ye ni baby die ni bibi dia na duane ba akọ na mo de man ana no sa nkofo no den na wo ka kire omo
ma me ndi kan embo ma panya baso for sa vision na wonyaye no say lockdown we COVID-19 baby ade ekodu no say ye brain ase somehow nti ye betoto ye borders mu ye betoto ye airports mu ye betoto ye shops mu na yatena fie because virus no meti hey o meka me ko no kopim me dem ko dia o de baba enti no e wo se yatena fie ba panya nka se me mama tena fie enti no ye nua no maka se bi ebi a afi no obegina kwa ho beton ice water obeye shoe shine ebi o hairdresser bi a odi table esi obi shop bi anim ye adwuma kakra ene ye maame no ma o madi o mu mfie so ye papa no ma madi o mu mfie so ene ye nua no ma sebi o me disabled physically challenged for ene obi okro no ne young person wo fie bi kwa no na ye breadwinner in some ye lockdown yi wakafie ni nyina aka ho ti no ma panyi ye na dwen se ye hwe kwan ye befa so ye betimi anu aduane kakra e di aboa adofo na ya na nkrofo dwen se kaya yefo nko a na ye serve wo ye ka vulnerable groups na nya kaya yefo nko a ye nipa bebre ya mabobo omo so ye wo ni mofra bi kra so omo maame no mofra na ye frɛ omo maame no parents with children with special needs obi wo ha se maame ni abofra ni nchen obi antimi nya abofra ni hwe nti se tembia no otena no ho sa nkrofo nyina achinti na ye no aduane na aduane no nye de no aye nko ye che raw food pa me na otwe biensa ni nyina na mokumase ye ne nadmofo ne MMDC district assemblies no ka bom ne ye papa no masorefo ye de omu nyina ahia ye dinkita ho to adwen kwa ye befa so ye be che raw food no ti ye che raw food dan sa ne ye che aduane no daily meals no e ma vulnerable groups no na nipa dome e wo man Ghana mhoi won santimi nsu obia omo even within areas na ye lock it down no ba me gidi say ye boy ye ho modern biara ebi kra be ye propaganda me ti se me nua kuma no aboz as na talk kra say aduane na ye che no kwa so kra party card ti say eno de me nua keto no hit below the belt so hwe pictures any doma wo de aduane ni fiti community no mu ani pedi wachi no afa na ko bisa so bi MPP ni ana say ke bebo kra na okra wo nya bre enko kasa MPP because COVID na aba no enim MPP ni MNDC enim CPP enim oba ni mbema enim panyi ni akora enti enya dia o mampanyi didi agro say we me politicize no because enyo mampanyi botom sika e Ghana nyina sika na yedi hwe obia enti there's no way ebeba say beko akobi so bi say we MPP ni na wonya MPP ni dia enye gina nchen enti eno de ensi babia me ye part e distribution no Kumase constituencies na locking it down no na ye no aduane no constituencies no de ohu wo Kumase krom no KM wo 5 constituencies under KM eno de wo krom me de cheche aduane ni bi efi ofori krom asokwa tech adwase kotei ebeba labor office efuko Roman Hill bu krom estate staffo Sofolai Santase chese bebia medimu akotini bi enti no me didi say me minister so ne directors wo ha no so di mu akotini e wo ha pa enti no lockdown ne de ye serve nipa 400,000 enye adwuma keto amu pictures no amu de so na social distance crowd na a big time problem because nipa na wo de aduane no ma no won chese ye fugu ye bu so na say wo pe ba bi kra ye den afa ye de bi ko social welfare ewo Kumase nyina prisons nyina no ye mo aduane sa amre ni nyina me aso me di ba kotina ye serve wo mu nyina nti no befa akonya we so de ama me de abo ministry no directors no mo ye adwuma 24/7 friend of pakosia na the next morning omo gina tentini sa na ada adofo so omeso yasene so ya do mase de ode mo ba de ode bare ba de ode meko ba de ode jene ba de anwa ba de ode kosua ba ni nyina yensa eso adofo esese yensa so
so ma cultures no mo ye de na motimate omo nyina aka wi
nyamiado
all right
nyamiado
ba ye tie de yentimi hu sika dodo a e course our project nim
it's a project no enye ministry no project ntino any ministry of finance ne nadbo ni ade ntino yɛn point mint na hanka say de sempoa ene tua kan na kapre ne tua
yembra mo like the core mandate of this ministry say teenage pregnancy still a cause abuse of women and children still a cause e dey mpa na ministry netimi aye e dey abo sankofo yin ho baye wo men
and the meka say e cause so na no so brase because say no ye a lot of advocacy ye decide say ye ntina ministry ha ye ntina radio mu ye ntina TV so mo da wuro emfa ho mo bi enhu say so okoto obi mo na emra wo ho rape no say ensa so bo abetimi akoje 25 years Human Trafficking Act no so ya pass it enti enura kra mpo no say nipa bi a perpetrators bi a yensa ka obi ya jeli wo mo be 30 years ni nyina to serve as a deterrent be ya ebanfo bejai enti ni nyina ye derubo ene mra ebo ema ni mabunu ne mabawa ene ye nuanu asebi o madi dem o ho ban a ye bo ni derubo enti we move into the constituency, we move into the communities. We have community dialogues with major stakeholders, ahimfu wom, teacher for wom, mo friendly become nurse for ka ni ade ye nyina ato adwen obi wo kra po nim say ya hye emra bi a ebo rape and I say defilement and I say early child marriage and when you say what Children's Act 560 kra bo mo fra ho bai second obi ko no ka say bempa kola de mekwa kwato na twa seka prosi bi anchem enso akola na de number wi ase no nche say nko aba aban asade ni enyina effort enti na ya hye sa amra no enti ministry no e bo no ho modin bia ye wo department of gender I hwe ma ne member honsem Department of Children I hwe mofra so honsem social welfare eso share ministry na say ye wo Department of Human Trafficking na domestic violence ye da efie mu ntokwa de aware mu ntokwa ne ade obi fa ade na de abonu kuru ye wo statistics no chese member so e wo ha ebi nso fo mu pa but because of the more report no enti ya na ye hu ti etu bomonefo ne etu ekura so efo enti ministry no e wo mu say ebeka say shede ni sika but with the support of our donor partners no ye gusu a ye tu anamom say ye training para legal officers wo ye market e wo abobloshi eni Medina say o so anya saa akwanya no etu maba wa ne mabunufo wa ye de o mafa yaka di mama mema tete o mama the obutimi e communicate with omo market queens na ye training wo mo no na de yesese ye de ne fra emra kwan so no ne ye de nasa afa emra kwan so nti eguso a ye adwumaden e de abo my god
no ye de west na finally registration exercise o constituency matata also fi ha wo ko eye constituency wo hu ne sen ekoye e wo constituency ho ma wetimi a monitor
me monitor pa Medina o twemiensa wo constituency me man cry copy no aye me ba ye nyame ya adoma no wie so a me sa to aso akọ ya started fourth phase no enra so far so good say tie bia no benya snippet of obi a wo try say won free chrome ho person ba be register obi ho say NDC for the nipa bia begu bo aso o ma be yi bi o ba fu chrome titam bia na so plug holes enti no te de misika no adwuma ne nipa ba ko de enti so ma structures adwuma enti ne the structures na gu akwa mu ya train ye polling station agents me aso we two and me kwa pro every day all the 24 polling stations ya be at every point in time no me fa so me wo teams be na ya so me nam ha na we fa ha na we fa di time bia no ye di so crantry enti no nyame adom ye bompa ye say ye be wie fourth phase ne started fifth phase ne wie finally na ya shetie for mutie Akuafotvgh nyina so obi a onya register ya drum peso ya so edu baby a wotin bobode etu anamom na kwatro wudi enya abato point na etro di no bata ya wo card da chi bi no ne na bebo ho ban da chi bi kura na obabi asend usika bi akoyi o bank so voter ID card we osimi ni bi man tro bi di emre bi etwa mu 90 for say omom premier ntro di so ye bi voters register omna di kan do no madu akosala enti obi obedada o se menkotwo odi na odi wabro o haw ti obi ankotwo ni din na dache enya card no me makwaje me de and adwuma bi a meye no ma me fa we ntwam nti adwuma bi a wo ye no fa ho hyem ma enjoy what you do oh menka say adwuma wo ye wo hosting programming abasel se me hosting program ti na menye ya de opesa wo ye nti na wo ye once you put yourself into it no timi ye e ma ne ko animu e ma no so ani enti I enjoy every bit of what I do, what comes my way, the intimidation, the name calling ni nyina no e part of the system o manu way you down you can never carry on with your career enti memma do be beye enye enwe wo down. You have to stay focused. You have to be determined. As I say, ultimately planning your life, your time. Say, yeah, we are MP, we are parent, we are mother, we are deputy minister, we are mentor, we are way. You always have to plan your time because if you don't plan well, and also more you may do anything be now near ma to tosini. But even as I sit here, me no we dim komwenyi na no. My certain parameters into communication across our constituency. What constituencies were and then technology to be a juma of ye. Refer me secretary and opani atenase. I do office work before I set off. Maybe some I follow up on. Maybe I may lobby for projects to my constituency. Make us who can so ye do an inquire near this free gym. A year you never halfway. Then it's when you juggle. But Sana Yakupon boy in a very unique way.
Thank you. Yeah, my this year, aha, and I did the hot seat to Medino, and net the ABC. And there in Honorable Frida Akusia Prempe, or your Deputy Minister, Gender, Children and Social Protection, and also an oya MP, Tano North, Abaton Peswaswa, a Hafo region. My mensa countries or no, and the first female girl, sir. You don't know about programming so, and someone wakano. Wow, so who say? Bibia and catch
now before you sign off. Look at the first baby, wherever I find myself, be the first female. Because I'm the first female, I make chair deployment planning subcommittee. Wow. Even young creative for region, I was the only female in the region representing MPP. Wow. So yeah, creative for so I know about representing MPP. Wow. It's baby, I find myself as the first and the one only.
Wow, you are blessed. You are truly blessed. 80 me that's say na wo jebre na utie ye minim sania okaye ne titue fa na brabo mu nsem no ebi ato wasoma wo so wo de bebo wo bra bibia enka kire e we wiase se wo nkwade a wo wade ani nyina ne a wo ye bia na o se ye ni ye enye se de wato wo to ye keke ye ni ye fa pepa eni eni gye ye ni ye na no edo beko eni me da se ma me na aristocrat boutique ase omo wo Mataheko Stepco Streets oho enom wo omo enom she matade kama na Dolly's Beauty Parlor eno so e wo Mataheko please barras no enche ho abon so omo signage ni si wo kete ukọ ha obehu omo wo ho omo oje ho na pese obetunye tie makeup eni bibi biara e fa ho sese ho no ukọ a omo betimi ayama me da production team no so ase ye frame Akosia Asabia Asumeni dasene ebesenye hia e wo the hot seat same time same TV station bye bye. Enchebia amanyofo beko epueye atoye asretimemufo se omonto omoso aba na mibiso edien enomo ema Akuafo mibisa Akuafo efise Ghana ha ye sika sam ho fapem ejina Akuayomo Wenti ene Akuafo TV kofa bae ye de fofo kra eba ya to ni din the hot seat eye dwumade bia ye ne wona omonimu de metre ministers MPs MCs DCs any empo aspiring MPs wona ombegina say ye nto omo so aba ebe hia na ne omwo ema Akuafo ana a great sector no omo de atopo no so wo hot seat no so no me Akosia Asabia Asumeni Megina wanemu na mebisa omo ensemu afa ho obesa obeso yasen a hwe number sia egu TV de so efre ni eni wo endi nkita ho the hot seat ebeye hye the hot seat ebeye hot akonwa no so ebeye hye